one thing with hip hop, I grew up where real is definitely key. So
Okay.
yeah, 5 key elements of hip hop. That includes the graffitis on the wall, the break dance, the beat boys, and the beat girls, and on the mic on the microphone, all the
Yes.
real MCs, men and women
Yeah.
that can. Because I've been taught about between hip hop and rap. There's a difference, and I kind of
Difference.
believe
Yep.
it. I want to send a shout out to Cedric Clark. He go by DJ Ceddy C.
Oh,
He
shout
was
out to that
born,
brother. Big him up.
yeah, big up to Ceddy C. He was born in Harlem, raised in Long Island, the Suffolk County of um, Brentwood.
Okay.
Brentwood. So he been around EPMD. He knows EPMD. He knows the
Mm,
late great
okay.
Biz Markie. He knows
Okay.
Rakim. He knows artists from Long Island. He, of course, he met a few other artists, men and women, before and during my time. So going back, growing up, hip hop, R&B, reggae, so.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned something very dope, and I think like younger DJs, people who are into hip hop, more
Mm-hmm.
younger generation wouldn't really understand. So can you break it down and elaborate a little more? You mentioned, the 5 different elements of hip hop, and there's a difference between rap. So can you go a little bit in depth the difference between rap and hip hop? Because there definitely is a difference, and a lot of people don't really understand this. But
Okay, this is what I've been told. Because again, big up to Cedric Clark. Because without him, I wouldn't go as far as knowing deep, like in depth, into hip hop community and the hip hop culture. So rap is more like where you can spit like 16 bars through your mind. And whereas hip hop, even though it's beyond rap, where like, okay, you're on stage, you're a hip hop artist, you gravitate to the audience, you rhyme something and you bring back, you engage with the audience and bring it right back to where you start talking about in hip hop and culture. And the kids today, well, there may be a few that kind of understand hip hop, and there's others where they're lost. I call it back then, back in late 2010s, when I would go as far as like after 2008 to this day, this young generation, now they call it trap mumbling, which is the subgenres of hip hop. I just don't buy into it.
okay.
Um, and the producers, the so-called producers, and I'll be real, the so-called producers that does the trap beats, like I really blame that they take the shit. I would blame them because if you're a real hip hop R&B producer, like let's say you're a fan of Premier or
Mm,
Q-Tip
legendary.
or
Okay.
Pete Rock
Okay.
or Diamond D or
Okay.
like you
Okay.
fast forward
The
like
ITC a little bit. Okay. Okay.
yeah DITC I know a
Okay.
little bit on
You
DITC.
taking me back because I'm super hip hop. Like Biz Markie is my favorite entertainer of all time. So like I'm super hip hop. I got records chilling here. So I'm super
Wow.
hip hop, but also too, I am 36, but I am super hip hop to the core. But I do, I run a mobile business, but yeah, hip hop, I believe it in exactly what you like. Hip hop to me is it's a culture, man. It's even like if you're MCing, even the way you grab the mic, like that's hip hop. Your attitude, your culture that you bring to an event, how you move the crowd, like that's hip hop, man. Like I mean, anybody can rap nowadays, but
Go back to what go back to what you said 10 seconds ago because you froze for like good 10
oh,
seconds.
okay. So to me, hip hop, man, it's culture. It's even attitude, man. Like if you're on stage, I mean, the way you grab the mic, the way you control the crowd, I mean, that's all hip hop. Rapping to me is a big difference. I mean, I could put bars together. That's rapping. Doesn't mean I'm part of hip hop. Doesn't mean I embody hip hop.
Right, there you go. And again, because till this day, till the year 2023, even throughout the universe, like trap mumbling is the thing, even through gospel, if we saw
Yeah.
TV commercial as you hear trap mumbling beats in the back, it's like it's to me it sound boring. Like I grew up different sounds of hip hop because again, fast forward from Primo to Pete Rock, and then now like back then I understand about RZA, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
You have the Neptunes, you have Dr. Dre, of course. Even if you have a group like a team, even Diddy with the Hitman,
Mm-hmm.
um
Okay.
in R&B,
Jack
you
Masters.
know, yeah, yeah, Dark Child.
Yep,
It's like
yep.
I grew up different sounds that we all can enjoy. We sing, we rap to, we dance to at the parties. Nowadays, with this trap mumbling, it sounds the same. The so-called producers does, uh, I've been told is a cookie cutter mentality.